Stop doubting yourself and stop doubting your capabilities and who you are as an individual, thinking that you aren't enough and that you are less or incompetent, or thinking that, you know, you're not enough or whatever it might be. Don't doubt yourself. You're enough.
Here's my life. I wanna be tried.
What's up, y'all? It's Alyssa here, back with another video. If you don't know me, my name is Alyssa Chapman, also known as Liz Speaks. And today's video is all about how to debunk limiting beliefs and to stop self-doubt. Honey, you gotta stop doubting yourself. You gotta stop thinking that you are incompetent or that you are less, or start degrading yourself. It's time for you to step into your greatness, step into your calling, and be all that God has called you to be. Before we jump into the video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel for some bonfire lit content. Follow me on all my social medias. And let's jump right into the video. So the first tip that I have for you guys is to stop dimming your light. So stop, like I said, thinking that you are less. Stop doubting yourself or your abilities or your capabilities. Honey, you have a purpose here on this earth. God has destined you with a purpose right here on this earth. God called you here for a reason. He has you here for a reason. He chose you. You are chosen. You know, I know sometimes we may think, or maybe try to go to God and say, God, oh, I can't do this because of X, Y, and Z. When God called you to it in the first place. He chose you for it in the first place. He chose you for the position. Honestly, you are qualified. You watching this video right now, you are qualified for the position. You are qualified for the business. You are qualified for whatever calling that God has called you to. So at the end of the day, it's time for us to literally stop dimming our light. Stop dimming your light. And let your light shine. You are greatness. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting yourself and thinking that you can't do this, you can't do that. Honey, you know what that makes you do? That makes you not want to do it. That makes you walk in fear. That makes you scared. It makes you think that, you know what, I can't do this because of that. Or I can't do this because I don't know what this person will say or that person will say. Honey, no, stop that. Shine your light. Shine your light. Like it says in Matthew 5:14. Shine your light. You are a light to this world. Remember that. Like, you are God's creation, and there ain't no reason why you should be doubting God's creation. God created you for real. Number 2, you're in charge of trying. You are in charge of putting forth effort to actually try and to do what God has called you to do. You're in charge of trying and going after the dream or going after the goal. You're in charge of trying. You have to try. You have to put one foot in front of the other and actually try and keep going. And let's talk about the fear of failure, which I touched on briefly. About fear is the fact of, don't be afraid because you think that you might fail or that you might mess up. That's how you learn. That's the lessons come with it all. And at the end of the day, it's all about you learning that if I fail, I'm gonna be okay regardless. God got my back and he can pick me back up and help me to keep going on the path that he has for me. That's the main thing. So don't give up and don't lose sight of the fact of, I'm not about to let fear control me. And that goes for anything within life. Anything. But failure is one big thing that a lot of us struggle with because we're afraid that we might fail. We're afraid that we might make a mistake. But that's okay. Nobody's perfect. When you start and you start a business, or you start, you know, going after the goal or the dream, when you go after the team, you know, the basketball team or the football team, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes. That's how you learn, like I said. And not only that, nobody is an expert right off the bat. When you step into the calling that God has called you to do, sometimes you're not always the expert. Doesn't mean you should dim your light and understand and say, oh, I'm not enough because I messed up, or because I'm making this mistake, then my gifts or talents must not be enough. No, that's not what I'm saying. Your gifts and talents are enough. What I am saying is sometimes you will mess up, and that's okay. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect at all. So understand that and realize that you're not going to be a perfect expert. Perfectionism is one thing that does not exist. Nobody's perfect here on this earth except Jesus Christ and Lord himself. So realize that and just try. Just try and do your best. That's the main thing. God accepts you. He loves you. He accepts you into his arms. He loves you so much and he is there for you and will never leave you nor forsake you. The third tip that I have for you is the question I want to ask you. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Just do it. Just start now. The time is now. It's now. Stop waiting around for others to cheer you on or for others to tell you what to do, to give you permission to do it, especially if you're an adult around here. Like, no. No, no, no. Just go after the dream. No one is here to tell you the only person you only please God. Which I'm going to get into within this video. You only live your life to please God. But back to what I was saying about what are you waiting for? Like, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Are you waiting for the right time? The right time is now. Oh, I don't have enough resources, or I need to do this first, or I need to do that first. Yes, there's such thing as extenuating circumstances. There's such thing as, you know, getting certain priorities straight first. But your dream is also a priority. That's true. You are also a priority, and so is your dream. Make it a priority to start a YouTube channel. Make it a priority to start a business. Make it a priority to, you know, go after the team or to apply for school. Or whatever it might be. Make that a priority. Because it's very important. Your dream is important. Don't think that your dream is not important, because it is. It's highly important. And if it's not important to others or to whoever it might be, honey, as long as it's important to you, that's all that matters. And it's important to God, because God put it on your heart for you to be able to do that. So don't wait. Don't wait, just start. Like, stop prolonging the process and prolonging your dream. And procrastination is one thing that can be such a big hassle when it comes to us when we want to do certain things throughout life. Don't procrastinate, don't put it off, don't prolong the process, and just begin. Just start. God is with you. He is there for you. Just start and do it. Just do it. The next thing that I want to say is people pleasing is not acceptable. It's not acceptable at all. What do I mean by that? We should not be trying to please nobody but the Lord. Like it says in Galatians 1:10. Are we trying to win the approval of others or of God? Of man or of God? Of the world or of God? That's what it's about. We have to win the approval of God. To God, like literally, we go to God first. We take all our dreams, we take all our fears, we take whatever our worries, whatever it might be, we take it all to God first. We go to God first about our dreams and about our goals. So the external validation and worrying about what people think, I shouldn't do this because that person said this or that person said that. Like, honey, why are we worried about that? Like, you might be worried about the opinions of others. Maybe you're trying to impress your boss, or maybe you're trying to, you know, impress this person or that person, or win the approval of this person, or make this person like you, or make this person think that you are worth it, or whatever this and that. Honey, you should already know you're worth it. God says you're worthy. Like, Jesus says you're worthy. So why are you worried about whether or not he or she thinks that you are actually enough when you already? And then it goes for friendships, relationships, business partnerships, whatever it might be, job opportunities, whatever it might be. Like, honey, you don't live this life to win the approval of other people. If they don't like you, or if they don't think this and that of you, that's on them. They're missing out on an amazing, great person. So don't get down on yourself and think that, oh, this person said they don't like me, this person said this about me, or that and that. Like, no. And but back to your dreams, because at the end of the day, it's about your dreams and goals. Like, you really gotta focus on what God says. You really gotta focus on what God says about you and what he told you to do. Not what nobody else saying, not what that person said about it, what are their opinions, or what else. Everybody's opinionated. And people can have opinions. That's okay. But it's between you and God. You know what God said. You know what God told you to do. So it's up to you to make that decision. Am I going to listen to the world and what they're telling me? Or am I going to listen to God? And yes, people do matter throughout our lives. And people are very important to us. And sometimes their opinions can be helpful. Let's get to that. But sometimes people do not know always what is best for us or what God is telling us to do. They may not always agree with what you want to do or what God is telling you to do. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just understand that, you know what, I'm following the will of God. I'm following Christ. And I'm doing what God has told me to do, or what I believe God is telling me to do. I feel that nudge from the Holy Spirit. And you know what? I'm going to do it. Regardless of what the enemy try to throw in my way, or whatever it might be. I'm trusting God. The next tip that I have for you guys is confidence needs to be permanent, not perfect. So what do I mean by that? Yes, you may have your ups and downs, and sometimes you may not feel as confident, but you still try anyway. You may not feel confident enough to do that presentation, but you still step forward and you still do it anyway. You may not feel confident enough to start a business, but you start the business anyway. That's what I'm talking about, that confidence that's built up inside of you to help you to keep going, to help you to build up, you know, not only confidence, but that self-assurance, to understand, like, you know what, have that self-respect and have that type of, like, not necessarily straight up motivation, but determination, the courage to keep moving forward, to keep trying anyway, even when you don't feel like it. When you don't feel like it and you feel like you at your worst, but you still try and you still do it anyway, that counts. That counts a lot. And God sees that. He sees you doing that. Like, confidence shines past to the world. It shines past the world, actually. Not only will the world or people be able to see that, but it shines past what the world says. It shines past what the enemy says. It shines past what those negative thoughts might say, those negative emotions. Whatever it might be. It shines past what fear says. Insecurity, doubt, all of that. It shines past all that. Confidence shines past all of that. To be correct, confidence shines past all of that. So here's some scriptures that I have for you guys to help you throughout your confidence, or should I say confidence, throughout your journey of just understanding that, you know what, I am capable of accomplishing the dream. I'm not about to let these limiting beliefs control my mind and control my life. So, you know, Psalms 139:14, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You know, Jeremiah 29:11, God has plans to prosper me, not to harm me, to give me a plan and a future. Philippians 4:13, you know what, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Colossians 2:10 says that I am complete in Christ. Like, Jesus makes me complete. Ain't no reason for me to go to a man or go to, you know, whatever validation from other people to make me feel better when I'm already complete. Like, that confidence, or that confidence within Christ, is so stable and so, or should I say, it's the firm foundation. Like it says in that song, Christ is my firm foundation. Like, Christ is literally our firm foundation. That confidence in Christ is literally our foundation. It holds us together, that when we want to back down, we stand up anyway. We want to back down in that relationship and stay and just deal with the issues, we leave anyway. We want to back down at work when, you know, we're feeling that we might be called for the position. We want to back down and not actually, you know, apply for the job or go to the job interview. We stand up anyway. We don't give up when we go to the job interview, when we do our best. We want to back down because we think, oh, well, my friends will think if I try out for the basketball team, if I try out for the football team, if I try out for the soccer team, whatever it might be. We don't back down. We go after the team anyway. We go after the dream. We start the business. We apply to school. Whatever it is throughout your life, don't back down. Have that confidence inside of you. Let that confidence shine through you to everyone else. That confidence shine, because it can inspire someone else. It can inspire someone else. Let that confidence shine. Shine to you to the world. Let your confidence shine. Next tip that I have is no dream is too big or too small. It's just greatness. It's just greatness. You may think, oh, my dream is too small, or my dream is too big to even, you know, nothing is too big for God. And God doesn't consider a dream to be small, honey. He considers it greatness. He considers it joy when his child literally answers the call that he has placed on their life. or it's walking around fulfilling purpose. You are fulfilling purpose. Wherever you are throughout life, I want to let you know right now, you are fulfilling purpose. No matter what position you are in life right now, what stage you are in life right now, you have a purpose. And let's talk about mustard seed faith, because even faith the size of a mustard seed is enough. It's enough, and it counts. So your dream counts. It counts, and it's enough. It's greatness. Your faith the size of a mustard seed can move the mountain. It can make the dream, like literally faith in God the size of a mustard seed, or even more. Have that crazy faith. Have that, you know, extraordinary faith to know and understand and believe that God can make your dream come to pass, and He can help you to accomplish the goal or to achieve that goal. You have to believe. Like, that's my last tip. Faith is the way. Believe that there is a way. Don't let no negativity or limiting beliefs get in your mind. Stop doubting yourself and stop doubting your capabilities and who you are as an individual, thinking that you aren't enough and that you are less or incompetent, or thinking that, you know, you're not enough or whatever it might be. Don't doubt yourself. You're enough. You are enough. God sees you as enough. He sees you as worthy. He sees you as beautiful. He sees you as fearfully and wonderfully made. You are His child. You are His child. And that's the main thing that matters, is what God says about you. That's the main thing that matters, is what God says about you. That's the main thing that matters. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to follow me on all my socials, and also too, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to your girl's channel. Comment your favorite takeaway from this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to your girl's channel for some bonfire and lit content. Okay? And I'll see y'all in the next video. Don't doubt yourself. Your greatness. Bye.